The technomats inspected the servitors and concluded they pose no danger. According to the servants of the Omniscia, such behavior is caused either by the echoes of minds not completely eliminated or by manifestations of the machine spirit's will. Nevertheless, the faulty servitors make the crew's tasks considerably more difficult, and High Factotum Janry's Danrock would like to discuss how he should deal with the defective property. He is awaiting your audience on the bridge.
Okay, so let's go on the bridge. Okay, how? Back to the bridge. Okay. Kasha, upgrade it. Let's do some level ups here. So, the range of the officer ability is increased by 3. The range of voice of command is increased by 6. That's awesome. Whenever an ally uses an heroic act, that ally gains temporary wounds equal to... Okay, personal oversight. Whenever the officer targets an ally with an action, that ally's resolve is increased. Still. Yes, so we go with this one. Commanding voice. By the way, do you have medic? Do you have it? I hope you do. Talents. Do you have? How can I see? I know he has. Field medic, but no, she has. Base skill medic. Okay, do you have that thing? Nope, you do not, and you need it. So, first commanding the voice, and you're gonna go with the persuasion. Ooh, the target of finest hour gains additional bonuses during their extra turn. The target deals damage until the end of the combat. The target gains an effect of voice of command. The target of finest hour gains more bonuses. All negative effects are immediately removed from the target. Until the end of the officer's next turn, the target cannot die. Its wounds cannot be reduced below 1. The target gains 3 times officer's fellow temporary wounds until the end of the combat. Target of finest hour gains more bonuses. I go with this. Yeah, the target gains 12 temporary wounds until the end of the combat. I'll take it. And commerce. Oh, I cannot use fellowship. It's even better. I cannot give a Medicaid yet, which is okay. So let's see, what do we need to do? Don't show. Yeah. Okay. Looking for trouble. Investigate Abdeptus Mechanicus Monastery. Explore the voice ship freight line. The death cultists have pointed out where on the lower decks of the path of Matriarch Spider began the freight line. It must likewise serve as a starting point on the Lord Captain's journey to the Temple of Death. The Vizier of the Bloodspawn Web has invited the rogue trader to visit the cult's temple, which lies somewhere in the depth of the void ship. However, the hallowed cradle of death will only reveal itself to one who has walked in the footsteps. We'll see immediately. What is this? Errands. Psyche's scream is coming from astropathic station. New blood. The crew losses suffered during the cultist can be remedied on Riot Minoris. Find Archimos Aman in Monastery of Adeptus Mechanicus. Okay. So in doubt, save. Let's see. Do we have anything here? Not explored. Oh, there is a Riot Majoris and Riot Minoris. Unidentified void ship. Let's go here. Begin scan. Ooh. The prison planetoid. I need I know that I need to get servitors, or did I already get? Astro station driving the ship's astropaths mad. Waze has asked the Lord Captain to visit the station and silence the scream so the choir may contact the dynasty's world. Yeah, let's go to the astropathic station here. What is this? Oh, okay.
The astropathic station is dead ahead of the void ship. It is motionless. There is lifeless silence across its vox frequencies. Its lights are out. Even those who have no warp sensitivity can feel the presence of death. It is here, lurking in the shadows. All of this makes reading the reports of the ship's astropaths, who claim to be hearing an incessant ghostly howl emanating from the station, all the more disturbing.
Contact the station by box.
The station is not responding. Perhaps there is no one left who could respond.
Deploy a scouting team.
The enforcers offered their prayers and proceeded to enter the uncanny station. What they saw inside was monstrous. Astropaths upon their thrones, not quite here, not quite now, smudged, as it were, across time. Servants reliving their horrible deaths again and again, only to be reborn out of ashes and blood into more agony a moment later. The warp manifested itself here, twisting the very nature of existence.
Oh boy.
The main hall was covered in a crust of psychic ice. A green-robed blind old man sat motionless upon a tall throne. He was quite literally embedded in the ice, yet he was still alive, and screaming.
Send Zachary Weiss on the station with a squad of bodyguards. Order the station to be explored, order that the man be put out of misery, burn everything, steal the station. Okay, send Zachary Weiss to the station with a squad of bodyguards.
Choirmaster Wise boarded the station in person and proceeded to the choir's hall. He stood silently for hours in front of a man frozen in ice and held a telepathic conversation with him. Then Master Wise offered a prayer to the God Emperor, and the unfortunate man passed away. Upon returning to the ship, Wise reverently presented the Lord Captain with a grim trophy, the late choirmaster's amulet, taken from his frozen body after his death. The psychic shriek carrying across the immaterium has been silenced, but this has brought the crew no relief. A chilling realization came to the astropaths when they discovered that the cry was masking a different sound, one even more terrifying and surreal. It was the melody of a cataclysm born from a warp storm of titanic power, so intense that the entire expanse must be able to hear it. It muffles astropathic messages and crawls into psychers' minds, evoking everywhere the same image, a dark, gaping, beastly mouth cleaving the universe in two. Now that the mad choirmaster has finally stopped screaming, the song of the immaterium has reached the rogue trader's void ship too.
Good. Order the station to be explored.
A brief and chilling chronicle of the station's doom was found in the scribe's records. A warp disturbance of monstrous proportions wiped out half of the choir at once, turning the astropaths into living portals through which torrents of the immaterium's energies poured out. Those who lasted longer bellowed and howled about a black rift that had split the universe into before and after, and a darkness that would devour the Astronomican's light.
Burn everything or seal the station, dooming its ghostly inhabitants to an eternity of suffering. No way. Burn everything.
Void torpedoes shatter the fragile station. One can only hope that the unfortunate souls captured by the warp have perished along with their home.
Okay. Do I still have something here? Nope. Riot, the prison planetoid. I had a mission here. Let's go here. Let's go here. No, I cannot. Nope. You. Like that. You, Pascal. You take a little nap. So agility makes it easier for characters to dodge. Perception makes characters attack harder to dodge. Ooh, already loot. That's so good. Pilot Raquel. Come in, escort. This is Captain Beccari. Escort, please, come in.
The pale young woman looks at you with a mixture of hope and disbelief swirling in her eyes. You notice her hands trembling as she clutches her weapon.
Who are you? Did you come from the planet? Are you reinforcements? Saint's Teeth, I thought you'd never come.
Abelard, teach this the proper way of addressing her. I am Rogue Trader Relvan Valencius. Now introduce yourself.
At once, sir.
The woman stands at attention.
Captain Raquel Beccari, servant of House Winterscale and the pilot of the shuttle. It is an honor to be greeting His Lordship von Valancius.
Tell me about this planetoid.
The only settlement on Ricotifilia is a penal colony. The prisoners work in the mines and the domed quarries. They mine sulfur, ceram dust, and sand, which is then melted down. A rather nondescript place, or so it was prior to current events.
What happened here?
There's been a prison riot on the planetoid. Sadly, it is being led by the prison warden himself, the Honorable Anathagon Casteglia. He has allied himself with the rabble that he himself was supposed to watch, and declared Ricotifilia to be independent of the authority of the system's lawful governor. I came here as a shuttle pilot alongside the Honorable Yvain Winterscale, son of Kaligos Winterscale, rogue trader, vanquisher of Xenos, forever triumphant over the enemies of humanity.
She details, enunciating every word of her overlord's title.
Young Lord Winterscale wished to speak to the warden personally, so he could put an end to his lawless treason. He and his escort went ahead and...
She grows paler.
I haven't been able to contact them over Vox for a very long time now. Yvain Winterscale has made several diplomatic visits to Urak V on behalf of his father, rogue trader Kaligos Winterscale. The Great Regent would not have granted entry to someone dishonorable, which means, whatever happened in this terrible, malodorous place, we must aid this man of noble blood.
The warden himself is spearheading the riot?
Yes.
She bites her lip.
No one expected this. Master Casteglia is a nobleman from a respected governor house and a vassal to House Winterscale. All of a sudden, he proclaimed that Ricotifilia was now his personal domain, that the prisoners were his subjects, and that he would never bow to anyone again. It's pure heresy. And I take it they're looking forward to a diet of sand and gravel? What kind of madman would start a revolt on a barren rock?
Why would young Winterscale have felt the need to parley with the dissidents?
She sighs quietly.
It's a personal matter. Master Casteglia, the seditious warden, is Lord Yvain's childhood friend. When my lord heard of the riot, the news saddened him greatly, and so he rushed here without delay, in hopes of bringing his old friend to his senses, no doubt.
The first Winterscale in my memory who prefers to talk first rather than shoot and slash.
She smiles faintly.
Young Lord Winterscale is not his father's shadow. If he is determined to save his friend, he won't back down. I pray to the throne that he is alive and well. He's been gone for such a long time, and I really don't like this place.
Kasia frowns in confusion.
Theobald executed his wife and only son on the mere suspicion of treason against House Orselio. So why did the noble Yvain rush to save someone who had betrayed his house? Do bonds of friendship give one the right to make inexcusable mistakes?
Is this prison riot connected to the planetary rebellion?
It seems more likely that Warden Casteglia learned about the rebellion on Rykad Minoris and decided to use the situation to his advantage. I can't say for certain. Perhaps no one can. Governor Medine has always preferred to shoot rebels rather than inquire about their motives and connections.
I'm looking for a man by the name of Heinrich von Kalox. Is he here, perhaps?
Unless it's one of the prisoners or guards, then it seems unlikely. There are no shuttles in working order other than yours and mine. There is nothing else anyone could have used to reach this place.
Is there anything else I should be appraised of before I set out?
Some of the rebels have holed up in the barracks. I don't know how many, but given this is the only way through to where the negotiations are taking place, I would expect heavy resistance. Please take caution, your lordship. Lord Winterscale's guards mine the entrance so that the rebels couldn't get to the shuttle.
I have no more questions. You may excuse yourself, pilot. Okay, we might have to clean up the prison now.
The woman freezes for a moment before asking hesitantly.
Your lordship, if I may have a minute of your time, I would never have dared to trouble you with a personal matter, but the situation. In any case, have you been to the capital of Rykad Minoris yet? I wanted to ask if you saw a man there, a communications officer by the name of Jaspa.
What is your relationship to this man?
We are engaged, your lordship.
She declares somewhat bashfully.
You need not worry. Jasper is alive.
She lets out a long sigh. You can see the relief gleaming in her eyes.
You can't imagine how much I needed to hear that. Thank you.
She bows. You can tell by the desperation in her eyes that she is exhausted, frightened, and wishes to be off this planetoid as soon as possible.
Okay. So let's clean up this prison. Again? Ooh, that was fast. Okay, so what do you have? So, control shot. The soldier gives a sign that they are about to open fire. The soldier and their allies will automatically dodge the soldier's next attack. Dash. Okay, I need this. He needs to dash. Okay, dash. No, you need a medikit. We talked about that. Oh, you don't have. Okay, maybe it's. Oh, why I don't have? What is this rapid fire? Okay, no, we need to dash. This way we can run after we shot. So it kind of gives us a little movement after taking an action. So you see, okay, so demolition, Argenta, or awareness. Idira. You don't have many K. Coercion. Athletics. So you're gonna be the one coercing. Okay. Sure. Abelard, let's see. this all? Okay, sworn enemy. The warrior marks a target, gaining a 22 ammo and 6 damage on melee attacks against that target. Ooh, this is almost like marking. Well, the character is very popular in D&D. If the target attacks the warrior during the round, the warrior gains 1 per round. Yes, we'll take this. And now, let's see, what do you have? Origin talent. Better to die for the Emperor. Doing my part. Isn't that, well, when I die, I'm not gonna die, I'm gonna come back with 1. Remember, one of my characters got that. Love is increased, known by heresy. Doing my part. If no other character is the same archetype, first archetype ability used in each combat by this character costs -1. Get into cover, and all allies affected by brace gain an extra turn. Get off me. That allows a navy officer to use any ranged weapon in threaten. Perfect timing. Scatter. Nope. Shield mastery, not yet. It would by half of character's level rounded up. Something like that. Level rounded up. Let's keep this one. So this one is the interesting one. Add this one to favorite. Instant retribution. Grants 50% bonus to parry. This is also good. No heresy. Chain weapon attacks gain. Nope. Dual weapon combat grenadier. So let's see. It will not die, or dueling master. Parry. And my level is how much? Is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm getting half. I think I'm gonna get 5. Okay, let's take this. 47, not bad. Nice, level 11, rounded up, so I got extra 6, which is 1 hit. 1 ranks available. Let's see, what do you have? Instant exposure. Weak body, weak soul. Expose weakness. I don't use this. Might try to do something similar. Combat insight. While the operative perception bonus is 10 or higher, they gain. While the operative perception bonus, how much is? They gain 1 action point and ignore enemies' deflection. This is an interesting one. If the target of analyzed enemy has 2 or more exploits, the target suffers 1 additional. No, I don't want to stack. I usually just like to use the exploit right away. At the start of the operative turn, the enemy with the largest number of exploits receive an additional exploit. No. While the operator is in half cover, their cover efficiency increased by 15. This bonus is doubled if the operator has not moved during turn. So this is also good. Inflict despair. Okay, join up and allies gain 1 hit chance and crit chance. Offensive pattern, the operative suffers -8% less damage from enemies affected by exploits. Passive learning. Their first turn in combat, the operative randomly distributes the same number of exploits as when using analyze enemies among all enemies in reactive study. If an enemy affected by an exploit within 5 cells, the enemy suffers 1 additional exploit. Attacks. If the operative has not moved this turn, they deal 1 more damage with single shot attacks for every 5 cells between them and the target and gain. I don't want to. Not gonna be a shooter. She's not gonna be a shooter, I mean. Which was this one. It will not die. Let's try to give us something like this. It will not die. Yeah, that's a good one. And logic or awareness. Oh, logic. Yes, let's increase the logic. Okay, Argenta, what do you have? Control shot, I don't care about. I might actually go with many of them. Ooh, I don't have. This is all I have. Okay, this is all I have. The next ranged area attack, the soldier immediately spends all their action point and gains 30% bonus to cover efficiency. The next time the soldier uses run and gun, they gain back all spent action point and moving point plus 1 additional action. It also resets the cooldown. Rapid fire. The next range area attack made by the soldier. An area attack deals damage to all creatures in an area of such attack can be made with melee weapons and some ranged weapons. Yeah, bursts are not considered area attacks. Okay, that's good to know. This is interesting. The soldier immediately spends all their action point and movement points and gains a 30% bonus to cover efficiency. The next time the soldier uses run and gun, they gain back all. Do you have a shotgun? She does have a shotgun, but I don't want to. Okay, you're gonna use this. And what else? Athletics, Medicaid, Lord Imperium, awareness 50. What? Lord Imperium.